if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Alex Unqualified. My name is Alex, and I'm unqualified to give you any advice, but I hope you listen anyway. This show's a little bit about anything, and nothing all in between. So let's throw out the Malocchio, the Italian horn, the chili pepper, whatever you want to call it, and let's get started. Okay, so today, one of my favorite channels, and I wanted to do back to being a teenager, and I got acne due to some medication, and it changed my hormones, and yeah, I got acne, and then I picked at it like a teenager, and this is what happened. So bear with me on that. So yeah, it's distracting me. Oh god. But anyway, I hope it's not distracting you. Anyway, so we are going to take a look at 2 videos today, and it's probably gonna be hard for me. I'm gonna admit, it's probably gonna be hard for me. I'm gonna probably have some realizations, and tell me in the comments if you have any realizations, alright? And I wanna hear it from you. I really do. I wanna hear from you down in the comments. It'll help me with the algorithm, and I just wanna have some interaction with you guys. So let's get into it.
Are impolite.
Okay, guys.
Genuine compliment.
So this is a
Have you ever felt
video
someone
where it's 14 sneaky ways people are disrespecting you. And whenever I hear the word sneaky, I think of snake. I'm a sneaky little snake. All right, that's not the point. All right, let's get back to the video. Okay, let me put the subtitles on because for some reason it is not letting me hear it. I don't know why, but let's get started.
have you ever felt someone disrespecting you, but
Yes, I've
in
felt
a subtle
people
way?
disrespecting me.
Sometimes
subtle way?
disrespect appears in sneaky ways, and it can be very painful too. In this video, we'll expose 14
In a
sneaky
subtle way.
acts
I've
of
had
disrespect,
people
so
disrespect
you
me
can deal with
in a
them
flat
confidently
out
and
disrespectful
ensure it
way.
never happens again. Endless delays. If someone always keeps you waiting without any valid reason, it shows they don't value your time.
Oh my god. Okay, this one. If someone doesn't value your time, yeah, oh god, I'm dealing with this right now. Someone in my life, look, I understand if someone has work. I understand if someone has a life. Look, I get it. Everybody, I'm not the center of attention of anybody's world except my mother and father, you know, but I'm not the attention of anybody's world. Maybe my boyfriend. I mean, I hope. Anyway, but besides myself, I'm not the attention of anybody's world. And and I finally radically accepted that, like I'm not anybody's focal point of attention. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't respect me and respect and value my time. So, like, let's say I have a gift for someone and I say, "Hey, I have a gift for you." And they say, "Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you." And I got that gift for them back in April, and it is now August, and they still haven't picked it up. That's not valuing my time.
If this happens, calmly let them know how you feel.
Let's see.
Those who care about you will respect you and make an effort to change.
Oh.
Backhanded compliments.
Backhanded
Do they
compliments.
compliment you in ways that feel insulting? For example, you're really smart for someone who didn't attend college. The truth is, backhanded compliments are impolite.
Oh my god, backhanded compliments. Okay. It's like it's like, "Oh, bless your heart." Because, like, bless your heart can either mean, like, bless your heart, like, actually bless your heart, you know, or it can mean like go F yourself. It can mean either that or that. There's no in between. But, you know, and it's called a backhanded compliment when you use like, "Oh, bless your heart," and, in the, F you kind of way. But, I've had plenty of backhanded compliments handed to me throughout the years, and I've dealt them out myself too. But, I'll admit it. I've dealt out plenty of backhanded compliments. But, you know, it says right there, genuine compliments should make you feel happy. And so when you get a genuine compliment, it's like, "Ah." you know, but when you get that backhanded compliment, it's like, the fuck? And it's like, I'm sorry. I'm looking for who the hell you think you're talking to, you know? And it's like that.
Genuine compliments should make you feel happy, not
Genuine
confused
compliments
or
should make you
offended.
feel happy, not confused. Exactly.
Silent treatment.
Ooh, the
Do they
silent treatment.
suddenly
Oh
stop
my god. Oh 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 my god. I hate this with a passion. I hate this. My mother does this to me. I swear on my life. My mother does this to me all the time. She doesn't respect she doesn't respect me at all. And she doesn't respect me when I do this. She's been doing this to me since I was a kid. And she would, if she got mad at me or she wanted to punish me, she would give me the silent treatment because she knew it would drive me crazy. And and so when friends do that, um, it drives me nuts, and I'm like, what did I do wrong to deserve the silent treatment?
talking to you, ignore you, and
Yep,
shut down
yep.
communication?
And they shut down.
Psychologists consider this a form of abuse. People might do it
Ooh,
to
they consider it
control
a
or
form of
manipulate
abuse,
others.
and it's
This
to
prevents
manipulate.
issues from being resolved,
It prevents
causes
issues from being resolved
misunderstandings,
and
and
causes
destroys trust.
misunderstandings and destroys
Let them know
trust.
that silent treatment is unacceptable.
Yep,
Healthy
because silent
relationships need
treatment is
communication,
unacceptable.
even when we're
Healthy
upset.
relationships need communication.
Toxic
Okay.
teasing.
Ooh, toxic
Do they
teasing.
often mock you and try to pass it off as a joke? It's a subtle form of
Ooh.
disrespect. However, instead of retaliating, discuss how it makes you feel. Honest communication can help people see how their words hurt and inspire change.
Honest communication inspires change. Yeah. Yeah. When you get, let's see.
Of disrespect. However,
Let's see,
instead of
guys.
retaliating, discuss how it
I
makes you
don't like
feel.
that.
Honest
Instead of
communication can
retaliating,
help
discuss
people
how it makes
see
you
how
feel.
their
Honest
words hurt
communication can
and
help people
inspire
see how
change.
words hurt and
Phone
inspire
distractions.
change.
When someone is
Ooh,
always on their phone
phone
while you talk, it shows
distractions.
they're not fully present and don't value the conversation.
Okay.
Experts
Yeah.
say that the mere
Phone
presence of a
distractions.
smartphone while two people converse
It
makes
makes
focus
it
harder.
it makes it very hard to have a friendship when your friendship is constantly on the phone. You know? It makes it much harder when your friend is constantly on their phone, looking at their phone, and you're like, "Hello, McFly, I'm right here." And you're like, how insulting is it to have your to, be spending time with someone and they're constantly on their phone because they're talking to other people because you're not, satisfying their attention span. That's so rude.
due to expecting interruptions. To fix this, kindly ask them to put their phone away or talk when they
I
can give
always
their
try to
full
put my
attention.
phone away, and I have to admit
Dismissing your
I do it too. I'm very rude when it comes to that because I always like talking to multiple people, but I really have to focus on putting my phone away.
input.
Ooh, dismissing your
Being dismissed can
input.
trigger similar neurological responses as
Neurological
physical
response.
pain.
That's physical
If your
pain.
ideas or suggestions are consistently overlooked or disregarded, it indicates a lack of respect for your
Hmm.
feelings and contributions, and it can erode your confidence and
Hmm.
self-esteem. True respect means valuing your feelings and regarding your opinions as necessary. Subtle
That's
manipulation.
interesting. So basically, when someone doesn't like take your opinions into consideration or they don't value your opinions, it actually creates a feeling of pain. That's what they're saying. It creates a feeling of pain. Subtle manipulation.
When someone ignores your boundaries and tries to coerce or guilt trip you into doing what you don't want, it shows they don't respect you. It's okay to say no to things you don't want to do. Respectful people will understand and honor your decision. If this video is helping you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Talking over you.
Ugh,
Do they
talking
often
over people.
interrupt you while you're speaking? It shows that they don't value what you have to say, and that's a sign of disrespect.
Yeah, when you talk over someone, you're like, ah, ba, 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 ba. Yeah, that's not respecting someone. That's not respecting someone. If you have to yell over someone, or if you're yelling over someone or talking over someone, you clearly don't respect what they have to say.
So ask them politely to let you finish before they
Like,
respond.
please let me finish.
Credit theft. Do they take credit for your ideas without your permission? That's a form of disrespect. Your ideas are valuable, and you deserve credit for them.
Oh,
Speak
I
up.
thought they actually
Let
meant
others
like
know your
actual
contribution
credit
and make
theft.
sure you get the credit you deserve. Broken promises.
Because I was gonna say, I've had people steal credit from me, literally. Hashtag sorority sisters. Thanks, TNT. Biggie and Twin. Thanks for stealing $5,000 from me. Yeah. They stole my credit.
Research
Broken
from the Social
promises.
Science Research Network shows that broken promises can destroy trust. If someone doesn't keep their word and keeps letting you down, it shows a lack of consideration for your trust and feelings. And that's a sign of disrespect.
Yeah. If someone keeps on letting you down, and they keep on making empty promises, yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I promise. And they never follow through, that's no respect. Yeah. Like my cousin, like because in Italian families, or just in like any kind of like close-knit family, you have your cousins that aren't really your cousins, like your dad's friend who is just such a good friend that he becomes your uncle, and then his kids are your cousins. Well, we had that with one of my parents' friends, and she was my cousin, and ironically, we were adopted from the same place. And she stopped talking to me for 3 years. And granted, she was going through her own stuff, but I was like, "Hey, can you at least tell me what's going on, please? So I don't feel like I'm in the dark and I don't feel like I'm abandoned." And she wouldn't tell me anything. And so I'm like, that's a lack of respect. You don't respect me at all. And so that was a hard pill to swallow. And then she told me, "Hey, is it okay if we just be friends?" And I'm like, "So 27 years you've known me," because she's known me since I was born. Well, like since I came home to America. And so I'm like, 27 years you've known me, and I've called you my cousin, and now you just say you want to be friends? That's so disrespectful.
Passion mockery. When someone makes fun of what you love, they invalidate what brings you joy and fulfillment.
Oh my
In contrast,
God.
people who respect you will appreciate and support your passions and interests. Gaslighting.
Oh my God. People used to make fun of me for what I liked so much. Oh my God. People would I like raising awareness for people with disabilities, and people would make fun of me for that. "Oh, look at you, cripple girl," "Oh, look at you," you know? And people don't take my interests or what I like seriously, and they would make fun of me and tease me, and I'm like, "Okay, just because I wanna help people, that's bad? You don't wanna take that seriously? Okay." Ooh,
Do they
gaslighting.
twist the truth and make you doubt your own memory? Do they make you
I hate gaslighting. I hate gaslighting with a passion. I it happens to me within my home all the time. I'm gaslit like a freaking like a Circle K. I might as well be a gas station because I am gaslit all the time. Oh my God, you might as well be paying me. You might as well be paying me as a gas pump.
Take blame for their terrible actions. This behavior can be emotionally harmful. If you suspect someone is gaslighting you, know it's okay to ask a mental health care professional for clarity and guidance to navigate this challenging situation.
Mhm.
Gossip and secret betrayal.
Oh my God, gossip and
Do they
secret
share
betrayal.
your private information with others? When people talk about you behind your back, it's a breach of trust. Those who respect you wouldn't gossip, spread rumors, or share your confidential information. They will always respect your privacy. Belittled achievement.
Oh my God, like, granted, I'm technically not respecting the people who I'm talking about because I'm talking about gossip, but granted, I'm pissed because I was disrespected. So it doesn't work. It works both ways, and technically it's up to me to extinguish it. But at the same time, I was wronged. I was wronged. So I was cheated. I was cheated out of, things I was, well, possibly things that I was rightfully owed, or not owed, but basically, there's just family drama, and, my family doesn't respect me. I'm not talking about my parents, but none of my family respects me, and they don't respect my parents either, and it pisses me off to no end. And, they don't respect me, they don't respect my mother, they don't respect my father, and it pisses me off, and they've cheated us out of money, they've cheated us out of, you know, um they've cheated us out of so much, and I don't have a relationship with any of them because it's so toxic, and it's like, why do I wanna be around that? And it sucks because it's like, I wanted that so much. I wanted their validation, and I wanted their love so much for so long, but it's like, what's the point if they're really shitty people? If they just disrespect you and your parents all the time, why would you want a relationship with those people?
Your achievements, big or small, are worth celebrating. If someone makes them seem unimportant, it shows they don't value your effort. People who love and respect you will celebrate your
Yeah,
success.
if someone
Sneaky
doesn't
forms of
respect your achievements, that's stupid. Why do you need that person in your life?
disrespect can be hurtful, but now that you know the signs, you're better equipped to handle it. The bottom line is you have the right to walk away. Communicate your feelings calmly, set boundaries, and surround yourself
Yeah.
with people who love and respect you.
See, you have to calmly set boundaries with people.
And don't settle for anything less than the respect you deserve. Want to learn more? Check out the studies in the description box. And
Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to being disrespected, it's like, I have no time for it anymore. I'm getting too old for this. I say that as 27-year-old. But it's like, I'm getting too old for this. I feel too old for it. I feel like I'm 60 years old with the meat suit that I'm in. But uh, it's just like, I've gone through life and I've been disrespected by my family. I've been disrespected by friends, and it's just like, I'm getting tired. I'm getting so tired. Unfortunately, I'm stuck with my family, and, like, because my dad won't separate from them for some reason, and he still talks to them, which I think is stupid. But, you know, I I think we should just cut contact with them, and you know what? We're gonna watch another video right now about, it's okay to cut contact, and, I should really show it to my dad, but he's not gonna listen. So let's get into it. Side note, people will probably say down in the comments if you actually comment, um, Alexandra, it sounds like you don't respect your family, for all the talk you're doing, saying that you should respect people and all that kind of stuff. And you're so big about respect, yada, yada, yada. Well, here's the thing. I don't. I don't respect the extended family, like my cousins, aunts, and uncles. I respect my parents for everything that they've done for me, but My cousins, aunts, and uncles, I don't respect at all because they've belittled, they've judged, they've treated us like crap, and, they have stolen, they have, they've done they're just horrible people. And, am I airing my dirty laundry? Yes, 100%. 100%. And, do I respect them? You know? Um, but the thing is if I were to go to New York and if I were to see them in person, I would respect them still. I would still if I walked into the room where they all were, I would still kiss everybody hello. Does that make me two-faced? I don't know, that's up for you to decide, but I would still go in and kiss them hello and kiss them goodbye. I would still be a good house guest, you know? But it's just, we're gonna get into the next video where it's okay to walk away. It's okay. And so it's okay when people treat you like crap to walk away. So let's get into it. It's just another thing. I'm at the point in my life where it's like respect should be earned, not given. It was instilled in me as a child, respect is given. And now I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, no, 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 no. Respect is earned. So at this point, everybody gets a clean slate and you got to earn your respect because I'm too tired to feed into the bull crap of, oh, I respect you, but then I let you walk all over me and belittle me. No, I'm not playing that game. No. So let's get into the video. All right, guys. So this is a video by Psych2Go again saying 7 signs you should cut all contact with someone. So let's get into it.
Drained, hurt, or just plain unhappy after spending time with someone, it might be time to consider cutting ties. Sounds harsh, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes walking away is the best way to protect your peace and well-being. Imagine you have a beautiful garden. You water it, care for it, and make sure it gets enough sunlight. But then there's a weed that keeps coming back, taking up space and stealing nutrients from your plants. Just like that weed, some people in your life might be draining your energy and joy. Here's how you can recognize when it's time to cut contact.
Trust me. And the analogy that they make right here, I understand because, and it sucks. I hate admitting this. I have been told that I am someone who drains energy sometimes. Like at a point in my life, I was someone who was like an emotional vampire. I sucked all the energy out of people sometimes. And I had one friend who stopped being my friend because she's like, every time I hang out with you, I feel worse. And I'm like, okay. And so I realized I need to work on myself. That girl and I are no longer friends, but trust me, she had her problems too. And and so I worked on myself. I didn't want to be an energy vampire. So let's
You're guilted for setting
Mm,
boundaries. According to licensed clinical social worker Katie Gillis, when someone makes you feel guilty for setting boundaries, it's a red flag that they don't respect your
mhm.
needs. Imagine telling a friend you need some alone time after a tough week. Instead of understanding, they accuse you of neglecting them, saying, I guess I'm not important enough. This reaction shifts the focus from your need for self-care to their need for attention, and it shows that they prioritize their own desires over your comfort and autonomy.
It shows that person is selfish.
They block your personal growth. Have you ever felt someone's negativity becoming
Mm.
unbearable or noticed red flags you once ignored? Clinical psychologist Dr. Lindsay Gibson explains sometimes our internal growth makes it so that we really can no longer tolerate things that we used to not be even aware of. Now, when someone invalidates your opinion or devalues your boundaries, you may feel more bothered because you've learned to regard yourself with more respect. So, is someone in your life discouraging you from improving or trying new things? Are they reopening old wounds or unhealthy
Yep.
patterns you've already overcome? If so, it might be time to consider cutting ties. Everything
Yep. Um I have to admit, when I was younger, high school or college, even like 4 years ago, that cousin I was telling you guys about, I have a problem, or I had a problem, let's put it that way, because I've really worked on it. I had a problem with putting people on pedestals, and it's something I actively work to try and not do anymore. It's hard not to put people on a pedestal because you think they're everything, and you think that it's they're this amazing person, they're your favorite person, and it's hard with, BPD, you know, they're your favorite person and you think they can do no wrong and you think they're amazing, awesome, fantastic, but then once they do something wrong and they screw you over or they abandon you and they fall from that pedestal, that fall from grace, and they turn into this horrible person compared to the person they were on the pedestal. And so, ah, God, it's just, and that's how I made my cousin feel uncomfortable, and that's why she kinda stopped talking to me for a while she stopped talking to me, is because I just put her on this pedestal, and I made her feel so pressured, and I know it was wrong to do that now, and that's why I try not to do that to anybody anymore, and I understand why she cut contact with me. It's because I was too much, you know?
is always your fault. Being constantly painted as the bad guy in every argument can take a heavy toll on your emotions, undermine your self-worth, and leave you feeling invalidated. According to therapist Sharon Martin, people like this lack self-awareness and rarely change. They expect you to fix their problems while ignoring their own faults. And if they can't own up to their own mistakes, how can there ever be real growth or trust? Are you willing to carry the burden of every problem? You shouldn't have to. In a healthy relationship, be it romantic, platonic, or familial, both parties should feel safe to express their thoughts and admit when they're wrong without fear of constant blame. The bad outweighs the good.
Okay. It's hard to admit your wrongs, and it's hard to admit your faults, and it's easy to blame someone else, especially for, things all the time. Like, "It's always your fault. It's all your fault. It's all your fault," and it's easy to make someone the bad guy. Like, trust me, I do that with I have a habit of doing that with my one friend, um, the friend who, with the gift, um, I make them the bad guy a lot, but granted, they are, because they bully me and they just, and I'm trying to not nitpick on them, and I'm trying not to make everything their fault. But it's just sometimes they're just so mean, and, just simple things will set them off, like, "Hey, what are you doing for the 4th of July?" "I'm not celebrating the 4th of July because of this country, blah, 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 blah." Okay. Oh my god. I get politics are not your thing, but Jesus Christ, you know, like, God.
It's natural to cherish the good moments in a relationship, but what happens when those moments are overshadowed by negativity and stress? Perhaps you find yourself justifying enduring the bad because of occasional glimpses of happiness. But are these sporadic positive experiences worth the ongoing emotional toll? Holding on to the hope of better times can be comforting, says psychologist Dr. Lindsay Gibson, but it's essential to weigh whether the overall impact on your well-being is worth it. Stoic philosophy also advocates for accepting the reality of situations and people as they are. If someone consistently demonstrates toxic behaviors without remorse or improvement, accept this reality and disengage from them.
Yeah. If someone's toxic, just accept they're toxic. They can change. And if they do the work to change, then maybe revisit. Like, I'm just hoping that one day my cousin will see that I've done the work to change. And hopefully, she's done the work to change as well. And I hope that she's in a good place. I really do. I pray for her all the time because I miss her so much because she was the closest thing I had to a big sister. And and just side note, I think that's my problem. I think that's my problem is that I've always been searching for a sibling or a sister. You know, I've always been searching for a sibling or a sister where, I've always said I've always wanted a big sister or just a sister. And, I've always called my cousin my big sister. I've always called, friends who are older than me who I've really gotten close to. I've called them big sisters. You know, I joined a sorority and bought a bunch of sisters. And, that's as pathetic as it gets. And it's it's just like you have to radically accept that you're an only lonely child. And it sucks, but you got to accept it and you just got to realize, hey, you're by yourself. You're by yourself. That's what God's plan was for you. And you just got to accept being a little only lonely child. But hey, I'm the only child and I'm still not the favorite.
They don't keep in contact. Have you ever had a fake friend who only calls you to ask for
Mhm.
favors? Or a family member who can't be bothered with you until they need something from you?
Mhm.
People like this only stick around when it's convenient for them,
Mhm.
but are gone the moment you actually want to try and have a genuine relationship with them, leaving you feeling used and unappreciated.
Yep.
You deserve better than being randomly ghosted without explanation.
Yep.
They're an energy
Boom.
vampire. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." But that also applies to the thoughts of the people you surround yourself with. Imagine being around someone who drains you of all your emotional
Yeah.
energy, constantly complaining, gossiping, or stirring up
Yep.
drama. Their negativity feels like a weight on your shoulders, making even a simple conversation feel exhausting. Moreover, they're so envious of others that they try to bring everyone down, undermine achievements, and play the victim to gain sympathy. Psychotherapist Dr. Annette Nunez emphasizes the importance of safeguarding your emotional well-being. She suggests surrounding yourself with positivity and supportive relationships that
Yeah.
uplift you instead of dragging you into negativity. All roads lead.
I used to be such an emotional vampire and sometimes I still am, trust me, like trust me, I am working on it every single day. I try so hard not to be a little vampire. Oh god, you guys remember that movie, The Little Vampire? That was such a great movie. Sorry, ADHD. Anyway, um I hate admitting that I'm an emotional vampire. I hate it. Um, because it's just such a bad it's bad look. And God, it's just and I'm admitting it on the internet, and it's just like, "You're a loser." And I'm like, "Yeah." And, and then you have that crowd, "Don't degrade yourself." And it's just like, well, and then you have the other crowd, like, "Don't play the victim." And I'm just like, "I I don't know what to do." And I'm like, "I'm trying to be positive and, but I feel like a piece of shit." And so, so I understand why people have cut contact with me before, like, I understand it now.
Lead to nowhere. According to psychologist Dr. Carla Schumann, cutting ties with someone isn't an easy decision for most people to make. But despite efforts to forgive and mend relationships, sometimes nothing changes, and it's disheartening to keep trying without progress or mutual
Mhm.
effort. Dr. Schumann stresses self-preservation. Investing in stagnant or toxic relationships hinders your growth and happiness. Choosing to walk away isn't giving up, it's valuing your
Right.
well-being. Focus on relationships that uplift you. If you recognize these signs in someone in your life, it might be time to consider cutting ties. It's not an easy decision, but remember, it's okay to prioritize your own well-being.
Exactly.
Sometimes the best way to show kindness to yourself is by walking away from those who harm you. Choose to surround yourself with positivity and support, and watch how your world transforms for the better. Feel inspired to make a change? Share your thoughts or experiences.
Okay. So those videos were hard to watch for me, at least. Uh ugh, it it's hard realizing, like, realizing yourself and having that sudden realization why people left you and why people abandoned you. And eh, it's hard because you realize that they did it for their health, but it still hurts. And it still hurts you because you're like, "Well, you still left." And the way they left is how it hurts, is because they just ghosted. You know, the way people have abandoned me is they have just ghosted, and that's not healthy. And the way that people should, quote unquote, break up with someone is they should at least, when you quote unquote abandon or step away from someone or cut all contact from someone because not they're not making your life better and they're not bringing any, value to your life, you should at least have the respect, and you should at least give them enough respect, and you should at least have the decency to give them closure. And you should at least have the decency to say, "Hey, I don't think this friendship or relationship is working out because A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, L, M, N, O, P, X, Y, Z." And you should at least tell them, "This is why I am no longer your friend. I am no longer your boyfriend, girlfriend. I am no longer, your family member because you are doing this, you are this way, and, et cetera, et cetera." You should give them that closure, because when you don't, that drives someone nuts. It literally drives someone nuts. Like, it will drive me nuts. It has. I'm still going nuts, and my cousin hasn't talked to me for almost 5 years, and it's still driving me nuts because she never explained to me why. Never. And, it almost gives you the feeling of being cheated, and you're like, "Well, I feel like I got cheated out of an explanation. I feel like I feel like I deserve an explanation at least. Like, why the hell don't why are you just up and disappearing up? Like, what why are you disappearing out of nowhere?" At least the girl who told me I was an energy vampire, at least she had the balls to tell me that. And she's like, I don't want to be your friend anymore because you're an energy vampire. And when I'm around you, it sucks the life out of me. And I'm like, okay. And she gave me that closure, and at least I respect her for it. And, I was able to close that chapter, and I was able to, I don't give a crap anymore. Hats off to her. I hope she's living a good life. I really do. I wish her all the best. But to the people who have just up and abandoned me and ghosted me, I'm just like, why? Why? What did I do? What did I do to become a pariah? What did I do? And that's the problem, is when you ghost someone, when you don't give them closure, it hurts. And and that shows a lack of respect, and it shows that you wanted to do it on purpose, almost, where it's just like, haha, I wanted to screw them over and just screw them over one last time, sit and spin. And it's like that one final torture, it's that one final jab, that permanent jab. Because if you're someone like me, at least, a lot of people don't give a shit. But if you're someone like me, at least, who has, problems with abandonment, and who, questions themselves and why they, have had bad relationships and friendships and all that kind of stuff, it hurts. It really hurts. And it does damage. It does a lot of damage. And I as much as I don't like my family, I would give respect to one of my cousins, because she said to me, she's like, you are something else. And this was back when I was having all my surgeries, and this was back when I was really, really, not well. And she's like, I can't associate with you right now because, you're out of control right now. And I'm like, fine, I don't care. You're doing me a favor. So, but, I tried to apologize to them, but I guess it meant nothing. Anyway, that's enough of my dirty laundry. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. Put down in the comments what you think and what you enjoyed, what helped you. Put down in the comments what helped you, if anything helped you. And like, comment, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment. I definitely want to hear your guys' comments. Like I said, yeah. Oh, God. I'm big about respect, but when you wrong me, you lose it. So, to those who I've talked about in this video, obviously, they've done something to lose it. So, anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Hasta la pasta, baby. Bye.